Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, as always, I love to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, and peace and blessings to the elect. I'll put this on Do Not Disturb. As you can see from the title of the video, this devil has something tricky up his sleeve, and I'm referring to the 50 senators, I believe. They received satellite phones just in case of an emergency, which shows you that there is going to be something that's going to hit America real soon, and Esau is gearing up for it. And all these people, they're still not laying anything to heart. That's why in the book of Matthew 24, you have 1 Thessalonians, the 5th chapter. It talks about that day of Hadawan overtaking these people as a thief, because a lot of these people are going to be caught off guard. Hey, because if you ask the average person out there, whether it is at your job, whether it is at your gym, wherever people are at, and you ask them, hey, did you hear about the senators that received satellite cell phones? They'd be like, oh no, I don't have no idea what you're talking about. They won't know what you're talking about, because we're living in times of Noah, where everybody is occupied in wickedness and evil. Or they're not paying attention to what's going on. Also, we're living in the times of bread and circus. I reference this a lot because it is relevant in today's time. Because in the ancient Roman Empire, which we know that America is Rome 2.0, they were feeding the people with nothing but entertainment and distractions to distract the people from what's really happening in the earth. And that's what's going on today in this modern day Rome. And that just shows that this is another modern day Roman Empire. And because that's what Esau is doing. Esau is distracting these people with, the NBA, LeBron James, our power, all these different social media and entertainment. Or you have the LGBTQ, which that's also another indicator on the decline of an empire. And because that happened during the time of the Greeks, and that also happened during the time of the Romans, when you're debating over gender roles. And we see that's prevalent over here in Babylon the Great. Gender roles is being debated nonstop, all day, every day. All right, that's one of the most talked about topics in America every single day. As soon as you open up your eyes. Or whether it's people debating about their pronouns, whether a man is saying that he's really a 5-year-old girl, or whether it's the duty of a man or the duty of a woman. Gender roles is being argued about every single day, while Esau, he has something tricky up his sleeve. So the moral of the story is, what does Esau have up his sleeve? We're not too sure. Brothers are hinting to an EMP, which that could happen, because last week you had a few articles that came out about rolling blackouts again. And of course, one of the areas that the rolling blackouts is going to happen in is Texas. Because Texas operates off their own grid, and Texas grid is real fragile. So the blackouts could happen here, or it could happen in the Midwest, basically all of America. But places where it's going to hit first, definitely Texas is on the map. Because not too long ago in Austin, Texas, it was just a blackout. Maybe, I want to say it happened back in, like in February, maybe April. It happened in Austin. And you had nothing but Zebulonites, Issacharites, and Judites at a local grocery store fighting over rotten groceries. And because they didn't have no food to eat. They didn't have no food to eat. They didn't have no water to drink, no juice, no nothing. So they were out at a grocery store fighting over rotten food, and that's what's going to be taking place in America. People are going to be fighting over spoiled food. People are going to be eating each other. Cannibalism is coming back in a big way, and that's also in the scriptures. All right, you read about that in the book of Leviticus, the 26th chapter, I believe is the 29th verse. For brothers on here, you can post it for me, Bubba Kashaw. Leviticus 26 and verse 29. All right, talks about how the Lord, he's going to cause our people to eat their sons and daughters, and that's going to happen over here in Babylon the Great. Hey, so while these people are just occupied in their everyday living, are being foolish, not knowing what's going on, not observing the times, they're going to be overtaken. But us that are children of the day, we're not going to be overtaken like a thief. Hey, because we're on our watch. Okay, we are on our watch every single day. We know what's going on every day, and that's why we can bring these news to y'all. That's why we can come out here on the highways and byways, or brothers can't make it out to the highways and byways. Brothers do sit-down lessons, because we are always on our watch. Like it says in Isaiah 62:6, I have set watchmen upon thy walls, O Jerusalem, which shall never hold their peace day or night. Ye that make mention of the Lord, keep not silence till he makes Jerusalem a praise in the earth. So we gonna keep on speaking, because that's what time we in. Soon to Ecclesiastes, the 3rd chapter. We are in the time of speaking. And just like what the brother Lob was going into in this lesson earlier, you got guys that are bullshitting around with these talents. You got people that's bullshitting around with the Lord's money. And why would you bullshit at a time like this? Are you fumbling? Like what Jake said, you fumbling the bag. And you got Jake that's fumbling the spiritual bag. Or you got the brother Aparium Kabar, Shalom Mat, Ephraimite warrior, Shalom Mat. It says, and ye shall eat the flesh of your sons, and the flesh of your daughters shall you eat. You see that? And that's going to be prevalent in the time of Jacob's trouble. Hey, because there's already a beef shortage. I believe what people are eating now, they're eating of last year's. They're eating on last year's supply, and it takes about 3 years, I believe, for beef to hit on the shelves. So, what beef are people going to be eating off of soon? Because there's a lack of beef. So, prices on beef is going to be out the ass. It's going to be super high. And we already see what's going on with eggs. Eggs, that's up real high, right? People are complaining. All right, the water, that's high. Everything is high. The gas prices is going up high. Hey, remember Saudi Arabia not too long ago? What is this? This is May. So I want to say back in April, maybe like middle April, Saudi Arabia, they cut over 500, what was it, like 500 million barrels to America. Yeah, I believe that was like 500 million, maybe like 500,000, maybe 500 million. I don't remember which, but it was 500 something barrels of oil that got cut off from Saudi Arabia. Cause Saudi Arabia, that was America's like #1 supplier of oil. That's why Joe Biden, he went over there to talk to the Saudi prince, and Saudi prince completely disrespected him. It shows you the state of America. Hey, Donald Trump was really like America's last hope, so to speak, carnally speaking, right? Because we all know that even with Trump in office, they wouldn't have done anything. But in the eyes of these patriotic Americans, man, you see everybody crying, yo, bring back Trump, bring back Trump. Because Trump, he's looked at as the savior of America, which he wouldn't have done anything. But currently speaking, that was your last hope. But now you got this joker, Joe Biden, in office. Don't nobody respect his ass. He get dissed every day. Shalom, bro. Got the brother Ariah. Shalom, Mark. So, hey, we're living in some beautiful times. And Heavenly Father's about to close the curtains on this place. And then it was something else that happened as well. I'm trying to bring it back to my memory. Oh yeah, or the whole debt ceiling. I had posted it on my feed earlier. They said that America is highly about to hit that debt ceiling, which 8 million people are going to lose jobs, which of course that goes into Isaiah 19. There shall be no work for Egypt. So all these people are going to be out the ass. They're going to be broke, and you're going to have nothing but rioting in the streets. And then through the Spirit, that's actually going to cause us to not be on the highways and byways anymore. Now, these things can happen in a matter of like weeks. In a matter of weeks. Because they have about 2 weeks, or it's either 2 weeks or 1 week to do something about this whole debt ceiling. Or America is going to default on their loans. And that goes to Habakkuk on the 2nd chapter. He that ladeth himself with thick clay. Which thick clay is going into heavy depths. So, hey, this devil, he has the nerve to come and foreclose your home or take your car if you don't if you don't keep up with the payments. But this devil himself is in debt. You see how much you see how much of a hypocrite and devil this man is? And we already know this devil, all this is going to lead to the microchip, which is the mark of the beast. Yeah, because in July, they're supposed to be implementing this FedNow. The FedNow, which is going to trickle down to the CBDC or CBDC and FedNow, and then it's going to lead to the chip. But America is going to experience a lot of pushback because you already have Florida. Florida is already banning CBDC payments, and I wouldn't be surprised if Texas is next. And because Florida and Texas, they're real conservative, right? There's a lot of redneck patriotic devils over here in Florida and Texas, you know. So you got places like California, New York, they're more on the liberal side, so they're just down with anything. Because Florida, they just banned the transitioning of, you know, little kids transition themselves into a different gender, and Texas just followed up with it as well. And because, you know, down here in the South, it's supposed to be the Bible Belt, so to speak. So they're going to be pushing back against that, which goes into Matthew 12 about division. A kingdom divided against itself shall not stand. So it's a whole lot of prophecies popping off. Hey, so going back to the whole to the whole job thing, 8 million people is going to be laid off. So you're going to have people out here in the streets rioting, people out here stealing. Just like when you watch these different movies. And these gas stations, they're going to be, again, one of the most dangerous places on the earth. Now, I remember I was saying that back when I was in Philly. When I was in Philly and the gas prices was like $4, $5, I was like, yo, man, these gas stations, they're going to be like the dangerous places in America. And lo and behold, you got people getting stabbed up over there. You're getting robbed. Matter of fact, in Germantown, the brother Ariah, he stays near that area. You had about like 10 niggas hopped out a big ass van with with some AKs, and they straight lined this nigga and jammed him for his car. This happened about last year. It was like 10 niggas, and this dude, he was getting gas, and he was walking out the gas station, and some niggas just hopped out with big ass AKs. I was like, get that shit up. You gonna have shit like that happening all around. And it's not just gonna be in the hood, it's gonna be in his nice areas too. Hey, cause Jake, they coming for you Edomites. Like it says in the book of Micah. It says that as a young lion shall Israel be in amongst of these heathens. So you gonna have a lot of our people, they're gonna be coming up, they're gonna be coming right to Esau's hood. All right, out there in Philly, you got Abington, you got Glenside, Fort. What else you got? Man, you got all these different areas in PA. Up here in Texas, you got Richmond, you got Katy, Texas, Sugarland, which that's where I'm at. And you have a lot of Elamites, you have a lot of Ishmaelites, and these Jakes are gonna be getting busy on y'all. Hey, we see that new trend on TikTok. where you have a lot of these Jakes, they're just like walking in random, they're walking in random people's houses just for views and likes. So just imagine when it ain't about views and likes anymore. It's about survival. It's about being the last man standing. These niggas gonna go crazy. And all this could happen in a matter of weeks to a few months. Yaharatazah. Right? So I'm here at the altar. And I'm gonna be going live soon. Yaharatazah, you brothers and sisters were edified. Till next time, shalom.